Hey everybody, this is Dougie080. Welcome back to another Super Mario Maker video. I've had this discussion with so many people since the game came out. Since the game was announced, if Super Mario Maker is worth $60 or not. Or at least the full retail cost, whatever it is where you might live, is Super Mario Maker worth as much as a full retail Mario game? And in the end, I think it really boils down to the type of Mario player that you are. And I have a couple of questions here that you could ask yourself that might make the decision a little bit easier for you. Of course, the big question you're gonna ask yourself is, are you a Mario fan? Do you enjoy Mario games? Does Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, and the new Super Mario series, do these games, do you like these games? Are these things that you've played and enjoyed, and you know, did you like them? If you did, you know, you will likely enjoy Super Mario Maker. But the next question that I think is probably one of the most important questions is, how far did you get in these Mario games? Are you the type of player that plays, if not to the very, very end, did you at least play as far as you could and give the entire game an honest effort? Or were you perhaps one of the players that only got to say World 5 and said, you know, I think I've seen it all, and stop? I think if you're somebody that plays a Mario game till you get to the very end, you're definitely more likely to enjoy this game, because technically there is no end. There's an unlimited amount of levels. I'm just gonna flat out say it. You're never gonna play every level in this game because there are going to be so many levels out there. It is going to be insane. So if you're looking forward to the challenge of playing a new Mario, or having a near endless supply of Mario levels to play, then I think you have an extremely high chance of enjoying Super Mario Maker. I will even say that if you are a type of Mario player that only plays till about half game, and then you kind of get tired of the same old formula, I think maybe you should still consider it anyway, because the level of creativity you're going to see in this game, I don't think we've even begun to see its limits. I mean, the game isn't even out yet, and I've seen crazy things done. And I think the entire feel of this game is going to be extremely different from that which we normally get from Nintendo, because Nintendo always has a very specific formula that their levels go through. That Mario has always had a very specific rule set of things that we expect from him, and things that usually we can always expect from Mario. But when you're taking his world and putting it in the hands of the consumer, you're going to see extremely different sets of rules. My cat stopped. Okay, buddy? I think his battery's having an issue. It's okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll get him taken care of. But you're going to experience Mario in a very different way in the hands of the consumer. He's going to have it's going to be completely different. For better or for worse, he's going to be completely different. And on the level of creating things, there's another question that always pops up, and I've seen it discussed in several different videos, very similar to, you know, just this one discussing Super Mario Maker, is why should you pay $60 for something that you can already do for free on the internet? There's been several different programs and things that you can do that you can just hop in and build a Mario level and play it, and it's very good. And in some levels, you can make an even deeper Mario experience in these other programs than you can in Super Mario Maker. So in many ways, you're spending $60 for perhaps a lesser experience, but I think the most important thing right here is, whenever you're talking about what exactly is the experience that you're looking for. And of course, the things I'm talking about ROM hacks, I'm talking about something called Mario Builder that I've seen before on the internet, and of course you got Super Mario Bros. X, which was cancelled by Nintendo some years ago, but you can still find it and people still make levels for it, and it's a fantastic thing. But with all that said, why should you spend $60 for something that you can do on the internet for free? I think accessibility is, I think, the biggest selling factor for the average consumer. Whenever you talk about, you know all these other things exist, right? You know these things exist, you've known ROM hacks exist, you've known all of these other things existed, but why haven't you used those things? Why haven't you gone out and played with these products? Why haven't you downloaded these levels and played them yourself? It's because they're not very accessible. ROM hacks require patches and digging through fishy websites and doing all kinds of things that I think the average person really doesn't want to do. They know that these crazy things exist, but it's just a lot of trouble to get these things and play them. And even simpler things like the Mario Builder, it has all the tools there, and there's even more tools. I know Super Mario Bros. X has more tools in that free thing than Super Mario Maker. But where does the $60 value come in that I think really sets itself apart from all of these other experiences out there? Perhaps the biggest thing, at least the big two things are, like I said, accessibility. It's easy. If you want to make a level, you tap. You are literally drawing the level. You are literally drawing the level. I'm getting my gamepad. You're literally just drawing on your gamepad with your stylus. Literally, this is how you're making a level. It doesn't get easier than this. All of your options and settings are right there. Easy to use. Easy to use. Playtesting these levels are as simple as tapping the play button in the bottom left. It puts Mario immediately on the screen and you can test it out and see how it plays. A lot of these other programs, while they are perhaps they might not be particularly difficult, especially the Super Mario Bros. X engine. I've played a little bit with that and it's pretty easy to use engine, but I can guarantee you it's not quite as easy as Super Mario Bros. Maker. Super Mario Maker, yeah, that one. That's the one. I think the second and perhaps biggest thing for everybody, not just creative type of people, the top number two, the top, it's even bigger than number one, number two, but it's bigger than, I did that a little weird, but the biggest thing is its connectivity to download other people's creations. In ROM hacks, you'll play through the entire hack, and then you gotta go download something else, and then put it in there, and while it's not too much trouble, it's still a bit of trouble. You still gotta go through the trouble to find the ROM hack that you want. You gotta download the things, and you gotta do it like that, and it takes a little bit of work, and if you're not running on the correct software, if you're not running the correct version of the game, if you're not running the correct version of the emulator, there's a number of snags in there that I don't think well, of course, you're not gonna have that problem with Super Mario Maker. Super Mario Bros. X, while the engine is very impressive, it's not, it has its own problems. It has its own game-breaking glitches and bugs, and while there are more updated versions of the program, unofficial updated versions, there's still, you have to go through, jump through hoops and stuff, and putting levels on that one, especially Super Mario Bros. X. If you want to download something for this, the files can be huge and it can take a long time to download and put them in the thing, and then you gotta do some crazy workaround to get it on the menu, and if you're using custom stuff, it just gets a little bit more complicated. But Super Mario Maker is simple. It is as simple as you can get, and you have all these created levels, and I think the ranking system in the game is I mentioned that it's a genius creation, that you're required to beat the level yourself before you can upload it to their servers. So that immediately makes it so that every single level that you play in Super Mario Maker is beatable. It's beatable. And then it has a kind of ratio thing that it goes into on whether or not how many people have beat that level, which determines if it's an expert level, a normal level, or an easy level. So if you're a normal level kind of guy, you just go in there and say, I'm going to play normal levels, and then you'll play normal levels. They'll give you some challenge, they'll give you all kinds of, you know, neat things that you can experience. Or if you just want something super easy, maybe you have a nephew over, maybe you're young yourself, maybe you're young, maybe if you're even getting your parents to play or something, I don't know. To put them on the easy setting, and you have... I think the skill levels in there are fit for everybody. Everybody will get some kind of enjoyment out of that. Ease of use and functionality are the two biggest things I think that Super Mario Maker has for it. And near limitless levels that you could play. And then you might even be asking yourself, but I'm not a level creator. I don't care about creating levels. I just want to play them, and I think there's even stuff there for you as well. You don't have to make levels in Super Mario Maker. I think you should absolutely give it a try because it looks crazy and fun, and I don't think you have to be some kind of artistic genius to throw together a couple of fun things and silly little enemies and just to goof off with the engine. It looks tons of fun, even if you're just playing with it. Throwing a bunch of Goombas, what happens if you put things together, and I just think it looks fun for everybody, even if you're not a particularly creative person, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with not being a creative person, but if you happen to fall in that gap, I think there's tons of things in there for you as well. You get to experience what the creative people make. So if you're into creative people, if you're into creating things, I don't think you need me to convince you that Super Mario Maker is going to be worth it. I think if you're into creating things like this game spoke to you on a different level, and you're ready to get it just to play with the engine itself. Like I said, even if you're not a creative person, you'll get to experience the things that the creative people created for you to play. I know I'm going to be making a couple of levels, and I know some of you guys are going to be making a couple of levels. I'd love to play your levels, by the way. Hopefully, I can get this game day one. I'm trying to do everything that I can to get this game day one. We'll have to find out what happens in the future, but I'm absolutely looking forward to getting this one day one. Stay tuned, by the way. Stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. Stay tuned. But, you know, if everything that I've said here today hasn't convinced you that at least the game is worth that $60, I say don't get it. Don't get it. Give it some time. You know how Nintendo's games have progressed over the years. Like, all these other games have received DLC and updates and free DLC and updates sometimes, and, you know, just a number of really exciting and useful things have come out to expand what the game was already. Like Smash Brothers got characters, and Mario Kart got courses and characters, and just everything like that. So I don't think you're necessarily in the wrong if you don't want to get the Super Mario Maker right away. Like I said, I'm going to be doing videos about this, and maybe you could look at my videos, you could look at anybody's videos that they're doing, and determine whether or not you want to get it. But I think if you're still on the fence by the time the game comes out, I would wait a little bit. If you are legitimately on the fence and you're uncertain, wait a little bit, because I know that there's nothing worse than running out and buying a game that you're not even sure you're going to enjoy, and you actually do only play it a little bit, and you're not that excited about it, and you're stuck with this game. So I say there's no rush. It's not going anywhere. It's gonna be in the store shelves for who knows how long. So I say it's no big deal if you decide not to buy it, but I do hope that this video has helped a little bit, at least ease your minds on whether or not you think it's worth it or not. And let me know in the comments how many of you are deciding whether or not you're going to get Super Mario Maker or not. I certainly am. Hopefully day one, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's been today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's helped. And I'll see you next time on something else that's wonderful. probably about Super Mario Maker. Like I said, I'm excited. I don't know if you could tell or not.